What's up, guys? Been a while since I made a video. Today's November the 20th. We are, I guess, towards the end of our calving season. We have one cow left to calve and a couple heifers that we held back that didn't get bred till late. We had one cow, 38, who she's about 9. She's been a pretty good cow for us. We really hadn't had any problems or any issues out of her over the years. She's a little crazy, but other than that, she's been a good cow. Throws pretty good calves. And we started to have a issue toward the beginning of this week with vaginal prolapse, if you know what that is. And so it's considered to be hereditary. We really hadn't had a lot of issues with prolapse at our farm. Of course, we don't have a very big farm or a whole lot of cows, but we hadn't had really a whole lot of issues, although it is considered to be hereditary. And her daughter, when she's towards the end of her pregnancy and she's laying down, it always looks like she's getting ready to prolapse, but then when she stands up, everything goes back in where it's supposed to be. And luckily we've never had any problems with her. But this year, old 38, I guess she was having issues with prolapse and was going in, coming out. And probably by about Wednesday morning, I've been checking her before work and after work, and it had come out and it was kind of swollen, and it wasn't just typical prolapse where it's going to go back in. So Wednesday night when I got home, we made the decision. Melissa, Hovey, and I came over here and worked her in the chute. We cleaned her off real good, got her wiped down. Wanted to make sure we didn't give her any chance of getting infection or anything like that. And it's been kind of cold here the last couple of nights, and so pushed her back in, and I guess we could have thought about stitching her up at that time. That's what a lot of people have to do when you have a vaginal prolapse that won't stay in. But I knew she was so close to calving. I mean, her bag was just about to pop, and so made the decision to not do it. And about an hour after we got her cleaned up and put back in, she popped back out. And so we just decided to watch her. And then by Thursday, I don't have any umbilical tape, but I got a cousin that he farms and cowboys full time, and he was going to come over and help me on Thursday night. And actually wound up getting back, and we took her off of feed. We put her up in the corral and basically didn't give her free access to hay, just gave her a little bit of hay and a little bit of grain, so that she wouldn't constantly be eating 25-30 pounds of hay a day and then putting pressure on her stomach, and while she's trying to digest the hay, to see if it would give her a little bit more room in there. So she wound up Thursday night, my cousin was going to come over and help me, and she had somehow miraculously gone back in by herself. So that was a huge blessing. And checked her again this morning before I went to work. Still hadn't calved. Had to work late. Melissa came home after school, checked her, and said that she'd had her calf. So I could tell this morning she was getting real close. So we're about to go tag this calf, see what it looks like, check on the mama, make sure she's doing okay. I got my bander. I don't know if it's a bull or a heifer, and I got my tagger here. So we're gonna go check the cow and calf and see what we got. All right. Like I said, we shut this cow up to keep her from being able to gorge herself too much. So she's been in here for a couple days, but we've been giving her just enough feed and water. There's the cow, there's the calf. Both look healthy. Like she's doing good. We're gonna check her out and see what she looks like. Hey, mama. How you doing, girl? Glad to see she's able to have the calf without any issue. Let's see if maybe we can get this thing tagged and let her get cut loose to where she can go get some hay and eat some feed. Good girl, mama. All right, so we got the new hardware. Put in the calf's ear. She didn't even get up. So it wound up being a little heifer, a little girl. She didn't even holler or get up. Most of the time they'll get on up, get a little rambunctious. But old mama got up. She didn't like it too much, did you, girl? Huh? But she looks good. We're gonna get her where she can get out of here, and now she can go back to eating as much as she wants. We don't have to put her on feed restrictions because she don't have any more. She don't have pressure on her now that she's calved. So she's a real good mama. But once the cow prolapses like that, they will more than likely do it again the following year. So even though we hadn't had any issues out of this particular cow, we'll wait till we can wean the calf, and then we'll go ahead and cull her. She's been a good cow. Poor little calf. It's a little cold, a little chilly out here tonight. All right, so we're gonna leave her and calf alone. They're both healthy, doing good, so that's a big blessing. Looks like you can tell the calf's been nursing, at least on the right side, so she won't have far to go to get some hay. We got some hay up there. See a couple of other cows feeding up there, so she ain't got to go far to be able to get some hay. And check back in on her again in the morning and make sure that everybody's still doing good. But just lucky that we didn't have to stitch her up, and she was able to have the calf on her own and not have any problems, and we didn't have to stitch her up. So catch y'all later. All right, before I wrap this little video up, I guess one thing that I didn't mention was the one reason why I was hesitant to stitch her and didn't want to stitch her if I could help it was because if you do stitch a cow like that, when she gets ready to calve, you got to be nearby, so you got to be able to check her every couple hours. And you know, I just couldn't take a day off work, and Melissa couldn't take a day off work, so once you stitch a cow up, when she goes into labor, you have to be able to be there to cut the stitches so that she can calve, because if you don't, it's just it's not a good thing. So real lucky and real blessed. And one thing I forgot to mention is that when Melissa and I were trying to get the cow fixed back up on Wednesday night, we got everything pushed back in, and as a thank you, her way of saying thank you for bothering her and messing with her, she projectile pooped. And luckily I was able to get my face out of the way in time, but it wound up getting all over my shirt, and I didn't miss it by much. So I'll have to show a little picture of what that looked like. I had, in the picture, I had my vest taken off, but I had like I was wearing a vest, like a Carhartt vest, and it caught most of the poop. But it's just always something fun, you know. But man, I do love this life, and it's a lot of fun, man. A big blessing. So sometimes it can be stressful, but it's always great when you have things that work out the way that you want them to, and just real happy that we've had a real good calving season this far this year. We haven't had to pull any calves. We haven't had any calving issues. Everything's gone really well, and so just thankful that this one turned out okay too. And I guess I think I'm gonna try to get back to making some more videos. So maybe we'll catch one again this weekend. Hope y'all have a good one. See ya.